Hi kisses and welcome back to Nina Unrated Eats. Today is a rainy day, so I am doing a homemade vegetable soup. Let's say a quick prayer and we'll get right into it. Yes, amen. So this soup has sweet potato, sweet yam, cassava, sweet plantain, yellow potato, red potato, mushrooms, corn, carrots, celery, garlic, onions, peppers. It's a lot of good stuff in here. Cilantro, culantro. It's a lot of good stuff in here. And I have some white rice just to kind of dip back and forth if I want it as an option. I was gonna make something else, but it's been raining on and off. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do some soup. Everyone loves soup. It's so hot. Who doesn't love soup? Whew. I love it. It is so, you can see the heat just, it just makes your heart sing. Comfort food, right? Like, why not? Oh, look at that sweet plantain. I love sweet plantain, cassava, all that stuff in this. Oh, mushrooms. It also has mushrooms, bay leaves. Ooh, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Good things are happening, y'all. Good things are happening in real time. I'm loving it. I am loving it. It's so hot. I was like, I'm not trying to burn myself today. Homemade soup on a cold, stormy, rainy day. If it's snowy, oh my God, it's so good. It just makes it, like I said, it just makes your heart just happy. I'm gonna take that sweet plantain and I'm gonna bring it over here. That's cilantro and culantro, that green leaf. So good for you. Man, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I made this soup with love. It's so yummy. That is smart, Nina. Thank you. What is it about soup? It instantly just warms your soul up. Instantly. They just added the movie Girls Trip with Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett. I forgot the other one's name. Oh my God, I'm so bad at that. And I want to do that. I want to take a girls trip, but I don't have any girlfriends. So it's kind of like, maybe I'll take a boys one girl trip. I don't know. The movie Girls Trip is like a female twist on the movie Hangover. It's so funny. What's her name? Taraji Henson, is that her name? She's so funny. I love her. I love her. That's my dream, is to be working with like people that are just actors. And I love the idea of being able to live a different life for a little while and be able to return back to yourself. I think acting is such an amazing skill. It's beautiful. I love it. Mushroom. I cannot believe how good this came out. That's how I knew I was definitely in the mood to cook some soup. I put vegetable broth in it. and less water. So I did a whole container of vegetable broth. So this is basically like a vegan soup, you can call it. It has roots in it, everything. That is so good. Wow. Oh yeah. I love home cooked meals. Oh my God. I want to cook for y'all one day. Would that be crazy? That would be a lot of cooking. I would have to get like, how would I do that? It would have to be like a master kitchen. Wow. How did I get so lucky? You know, I never take eating home cooked meals for granted, because I think back, I remember there was a point in time where I wasn't able to have a home cooked meal, or I wasn't able to cook in my own kitchen. Man, that was a hurtful time. When I'm able to just do simple things like cook in the kitchen, go grocery food shopping, it's crazy how you can take the smallest things for granted. The fact that there's food in the fridge, wow. It's just, I feel like I'm a very fortunate person to be able to have a fridge full of food, a kitchen to cook in, I should say, to be able to have a roof over my head, to be able to turn on and off an AC, make it warmer or colder, to be able to wash my clothes, to have a king size bed to sleep in. Excuse me, those things, I don't ever take that stuff for granted. The universe humbled me, and it taught me how to be grateful and how to sit in my gratefulness, because being homeless I don't wish that on anybody. I don't even wish that on people that I don't necessarily get along with or don't even like. I don't wish that on anybody. On anybody. It's tough, man. It's tough. Yes, it has corn. The little pieces of celery all nicely chopped up. Man. Tomato, I added tomato in here too. One tomato, cut it up real small. Oh, let me just answer this question for people that keep asking me. People are like, now that you live in Las Vegas, why haven't you collaborated with Nicole? Of course, I've reached out to her numerous times, and I keep getting the runaround, so I'm not going to pressure her anymore or even ask her again. If she wants to collaborate, she can reach out, but I don't like feeling like I'm like begging or pleading somebody to like hang out with me. I'm like, nah, it's cool, like don't even worry about it. So it's not because of me. She just, I don't know if she's not allowed to or what's going on, because somebody sent me some messages and was like saying some stuff, but I'm not gonna get into those messages. It doesn't make sense. I was just like, let me just back off, you know. If she wants to make time to hang out and collaborate and do that, that's on her, but it's not on me. So you guys can now stop asking why I haven't. I'm not sure why. I don't know what her living situation is. I don't know what's going on. So I don't like to, I don't want to pry and ask questions. That's really none of my business. You know, she says she's not available, so she's not available. I'm not gonna keep going into that. Doesn't make sense. And I want to work with people that actually want to work with me and that don't have issues working with me. So I like her a lot, and I thought that every time we collabed and every time we hung out, because there was a few times we hung out without collaborating, I thought we had a great time. We hung out by the pool. We hung out and went to a club one night. We went out to do a bunch of different things and different collaborations, different places. And we never had any tension between her and I. There was no problems. There was no fight. There was no argument. There was nothing. She just kind of, when she moved to Vegas, she just withdrew like 100%. I was like, oh, this is different. So that's the reason why we haven't collaborated. It's not because I haven't reached out. I've reached out, as a matter of fact, numerous times, like 2 or 3, 4 times maybe. but I'm no longer gonna be reaching out. I'm just gonna give her space and she can figure out what she gotta figure out. And like I said, if people wanna work with me, they do. If they don't, I don't know what their situation is, but I didn't do nothing to her. She didn't do nothing to me. But whatever's going on, I'm not gonna press the issue. You know what I'm saying? That's just to answer that one question. But other than that, I have done a ton of collaborations. Like I said before in my previous videos, those videos will be released. I've done reels, shorts, YouTube videos with large YouTubers in the millions. So I feel very fortunate and grateful to be able to do that. And I'm doing some part 2s. I'm not gonna say with who, but I'm doing some part 2 videos coming soon. Man, I nailed this soup, like nailed it. This is yellow potato. I put red potatoes and, ooh, I know this potato is gonna be hot. You know, potatoes hold a lot of heat. I put yellow potato and red potato. What is it about potato? Is it not the most popular vegetable? I think it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. This soup, this gravy, man, I nailed it. Okay, Nina was in the mood to cook today. This is extraordinary. It's a special soup made with love. I love it. I've been feeding my dog real food lately. White rice, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all that stuff. And then I looked up, you can't give them asparagus. I was gonna give them asparagus and I was like, let me make sure. But they can't have asparagus. I don't know why. Say it's not good for dogs. So I was like, let me not put that in there. I've been making his food with a lot of vegetables and chicken. No seasonings, no seasonings. I don't put salt, pepper, nothing. Just, you know, cook it in the oven with all the vegetables and all the rice. When I tell you that he loves lunchtime, oh my God. I've never seen my dog so happy. And it's like he's getting more energy, which is good. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm so glad I made soup today. I was gonna make something else. I was gonna make wings, candy yams, mashed potatoes, and buttered corn. And at the last minute, I was like, you know what? Let me just make soup. Because it's been on and off raining here. So I was like, what can I do? The summers in Atlanta, Georgia are kind of different. Wow. I wish you guys could taste this, like in real time. You would be like, yep, that's the kind of soup. If you're not feeling good, make yourself an all vegetable root soup. Don't put any like animal products in it and you should heal pretty good. Put a lot of celery, a lot of onion, garlic. Wow. Here's that bay leaf for flavor. I don't eat the bay leaf, but I do pull a couple in there for flavor. I do eat the cilantro and I do eat the cilantro, but not the bay leaf. I can't believe I'm almost done with that. I filled it up all the way to the top. I must have been hungry. Wow. We have this potato here. I wanted mashed potatoes, but I guess I still get the potatoes. Whenever I go to the farmer's market and I get like, I wish you guys could see it, but there's a tray over here that's filled with like plantain, sweet potato, yam, cassava, a bunch of different vegetables. I leave it fresh, and if I think it's gonna spoil within a day or two, I peel it, chop it up, and then I put it in the freezer. And it's always great for soups or beans. If you're making beans, you don't have to just use, typically in beans, people put potatoes, carrots, I like to put cassava, sweet potato, plantain. I always jazz it up. I always jazz up my beans. This is gonna be one satisfied belly today, boy. I feel so warm and fuzzy inside. Like, full of love. Oh my God, I love it. I love it, I love it. How did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? I must have done something right. Well, let me ask you guys this. Somebody asked me, but I didn't know, because I really don't know. I'm not gonna act like I know. Do you guys believe in reincarnation? Like, do you think we pass away and come back? And do we come back as ourselves, or do we come back as other people or other things, like an animal? What do you think about reincarnation? I wonder if it's real. Like, and do you think that there's a spiritual realm? I was having a real deep conversation about spiritualism. So do you think that there's a spiritual realm that if you pass away, you can stay stuck between realms, between the spiritual world and the physical world? You know, kind of like when you see in the movies where they be like, oh, I didn't finish what I had to do in this earth, so I'm kind of stuck here. Do you think ghosts are real? Or, excuse me, spiritual entities are real? Excuse me. And do you believe aliens are real? I think aliens are real. Maybe not the way we think they exist, but we can be the only planet with some sort of life form. Even if it's bacteria. So I always wonder what you guys think. I'm wondering, I'm like, damn, do we reincarnate? Do we come back? Do you guys ever have deja vu? I've experienced a lot of deja vu in my life, where I literally feel like I've already experienced certain parts of my life. Every time I experience deja vu, I freak out because it's so... You ever seen the movie The Matrix where they see the black cat and there's a glitch in the system? We've already done this before or whatever. Like it's a repetition. When I have deja vu, and I'm not exaggerating, I know I'm about to sound real weird right now, but when I have deja vu, I can actually feel it. I'm like, oh shoot, I've lived this life before. This is a pivotal moment in my life and I'm supposed to make a different choice. Deja vu is so, it scares me. Every single time it happens, it literally scares me. I'm like, oh shit. Because it's so clear. I'm like, yo, what is this feeling? So I try to I always do something different. Like, I'd be like I do always do something different. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what's going on? But I wonder, I'm like, what is exact? You know what? I'm going to Google it. What exactly is deja vu? Because I feel like it's a moment in time that's repeating itself. And that's where I'm like, is reincarnation real? Like, did I already live this life before? And I'm repeating the same life, but now I'm making different choices. Because I can feel when I'm making different choices in my life. I can actually feel it. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're about to make a different choice. We're not about to do what we used to do before. So I always wonder, like, is this real? And why does deja vu freak me out so much? I gotta think about that. I'm gonna write about it in my diary. That's what I'm gonna do. Deja vu. It's a thing, baby. It's a thing. This soup was absolutely amazing. I have no complaints. You guys, I know that sometimes you may be going through like a tough time in life, or some of the things you might be going through may be a little challenging. You may feel like you're stuck in some sort of repetitive cycle and you can't get out of it, and you're not feeling positive. You're not feeling strong. You're not feeling like you can do things. You start to doubt yourself, or you don't trust yourself. And I'm telling you that you can trust yourself, and you can love yourself, and you can make changes today that are going to affect your life tomorrow. Life is just a series of, you know, choices. So when you make a decision in life, try to think about how that decision is going to affect the rest of your life. Don't be afraid to think things through. And don't be afraid to write your thoughts down. Sometimes it's hard to talk to people about how you're feeling. And I feel, or the way I handle that is whenever I feel like I want to say something to somebody and I can't say it, I always feel like the best thing I can do is write my thoughts down, leave my thoughts and feelings on a piece of paper in my journal. And then once I turn the page, that's where I just let it all go. That has been very therapeutic and very healing for me. And I hope that you guys, you know, try it, see if it works for you. Tell me if it works for you. I just feel like I'm like looking back at my life. For some reason, I've been having a lot of like life epiphanies lately. Man, and I look back at my life and I'm like, wow, I have lived. I have lived. My life has been, there's been a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of life lessons I had to learn myself because I wasn't taught a lot of things. And, you know, the strip clubs raised me, the streets raised me. And I learned a lot about real life. I don't think I'm like book smart. Like, I'm not one of those, you know, scientists or doctors or lawyers or anything like that. But when it comes to life lessons, I'm very grateful for everything I've ever learned. Very grateful, because looking back at my life, I'm like, yeah, I've lived. And to walk out of my lifestyle healthy without any like STDs or any like health issues, to be able to say that at the age of 45, I'm super strong, extremely mobile, independent emotionally, independent mentally, independent financially, physically healthy, and spiritually independent. I'm not depending on anything to see me through. And I'm at a really, really good space in my life, and I'm very grateful. And I feel lucky. Like, I'm like, damn. I take time out every single day to look around. Like, when I look at my dog, when I look at my cat, when I look in the fridge, when I wake up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, when I'm taking a shower and it's warm water or cold water the way I want it, or if I'm having a delicious meal at home, I'm like, wow. I'm so thankful, because I remember when it wasn't like this. I remember when I was in pain. I remember when I was just crying and sad. And, you know, that was almost a decade ago. And pretty soon, on May 10th of this month, it will be my son's death anniversary. My firstborn son, he passed away. May he rest in peace. And it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I still have his body, not his physical body, I cremated his body, and I still have his ashes. I still have samples of his DNA, his hair. I still have the little footprints and the little handprints. And his life was so short. It was just 10 days. And here I am living for, oh my God, it just makes me just think of, oh, ooh, don't cry, don't cry. Ah. When I think about it, I'm like, wow, I've been lucky that I've had 45 years of life. Life is really what you make it, and life is amazing. The good and the bad, it's all amazing, because it will teach you, it will teach you. Pain is a wonderful teacher. And I've learned a lot from my pain and suffering, and maybe that's why I share so many life lessons, because if I can put somebody else's mind at ease, or their heart at ease, or just teach them something, I don't want to pass away and not pass on all these life lessons to somebody else. I don't want to take all these life lessons to the grave and be like, well, there lies Nina Unrated, and you know, she didn't teach anybody anything. She didn't help anybody. She didn't, you know, she was selfish and she kept all that information to herself. So if you can learn from my mistakes, if you can be better than me, if you can grow and learn from every mistake I've ever made, that's a beautiful thing. And I'm not afraid to be vulnerable and share these life lessons with you guys, because if you can do better than me, then you should. Then you should. Absolutely. I want you to be better than me. I want that for you. And to both my kids, the one that passed away and the one that's alive, I love you very much. I wish you nothing but the best. And I want you to stay strong and stay positive, and just know that anything that you put your mind to, if you focus on that, you can accomplish it. Anything you want in life, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Don't tell yourself that you can't. Don't let anybody stop you. Be the best version of yourself. You can do it. I love you. To all of my kisses, to all of my fans, to everybody that subscribed to this channel, thank you so much for all the support. You guys have no idea how much I truly do appreciate you. I have a digital family, and it's more than I could ever ask for. Seriously. So thank you so much for everything. Remember to hit that like, share this video, send it to a family friend, text it, put it on your Facebook, put it on your community post on YouTube, share it one way or another, send it via email, copy and paste the link to anybody. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. Until next time, you guys stay positive, stay strong, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Hell yeah.